Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today we're playing Blue-White Affinity. We're playing all that Choco MOGS. This is a deck based on the original Blue-White Affinity that would have been playing all that glitters, which pumps up your creature for every artifact or enchantment you have. But we don't have that, so we're going to try to go wide and pump the team with Summon Choco MOG. This deck has 4 Inspectors, 3 Novice Inspectors, 4 Ornithopters, free artifact, Frogmites, and Mirror Enforcers. So we have 19 creatures to go wide with. We also have 3 Chocomogs, of course. And then the original All That Glitters deck was playing the Moon Circuit Hacker because it needed to come out of the ground fast. But I think it would be better for us to have some actual recurring card draw. So I'm going to play Ninja the Deep Hours instead with 4 Thraben Charms to clear the way for the Ninja of the Deep Hours. And we have 3 Metallic Rebukes as counterspells, plus an additional 6 Draw 2s. Hoping that this will actually work. I tried, this was inspired by a 5-0 from Ivern OP that I will link in the description as well. And I saw Cosmic Charles play a Summon Chocomog version of Affinity a while back, so I'll link his channel too. In the sideboard, got some Dust to Dust for Affinity, Hydroblast and stuff for burn decks, Fairy Macabre for Spy. I'm not sure if we're going to need 3 Macabres, but maybe. Another Metallic Rebuke and some Envelops. Those will help protect us against Dust to Dust. So let's see if we can get it done. I'll see you in the matches. Okay, here we are, turn 1 on the draw. You might have noticed that I had an 0-3 start in my previous attempt at playing this deck. The Pauper Underground Jackpot Series is back in Calgary, the Stampede City. 33 events across 3 stores lead to a January finals with thousands in prizes and a custom Western trophy buckle. The community and Discord rocks, so check it out at the links below and be part of the upcoming home of Pauper in Canada. All right, we have 2 bridges, which is fine. Jagged Variance for the opponent on turn 1 is not great, because that means that they are going to be a removal deck. Let's play bridge. I think I pass, so that I can go bridge, Thopter, Frogmite. I don't want them bolting my Thopter. That would mean I can't get the Frogmite out on the next turn. And then maybe I can Ninja the Ornithopter and draw a card. They play a Razor Trap Gorge. Unlucky land. Play a bridge, play a Thopter, and we will frog. Your turn. We have 4 artifacts on the table. That means Thoughtcast costs 1 mana. I can Thoughtcast for 1, then swing out and Ninja. My opponent Highway Robberies. Let's see if they discard a Sneaky Snacker. They don't have any lands to cast a Firebolt or something. Snacker, okay. We have a Springleaf Drum. So I'm going to attack in. We're going to Ninja the Deep Hours. Flipping the Ornithopter. We're going to draw a card. I'm going to draw a card every time. Now I can play Island, play Springleaf Drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. Play a Thoughtcast by tapping the Ornithopter. That was solid. We have double Thraben Charm now. So I can clear blockers, and then I can also try to Thraben the Snacker. If I play the Chocomog, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I can tap it and tap that and a Plains for a Mirror Enforcer. Opponent plays a Faithless Looting, discarding double Kitchen Imp. So they're racing. Bad news for me. I assume they're going to get in for 6. Kitchen Imp into another Kitchen Imp. We will take 6 and go to 13. They play a Mountain. We have a Seed of Synod. So I'll play Seed of Synod, play Chocomog. Give my creatures +1/+0, play Mirror Enforcer, and we will attack in. This is 7 damage of our own. We draw a card, drawing a Seed of the Synod. So we have to just not die. We will go to 7 life from the attacks, and then I can take out 2 blockers. So if they don't have lethal, I probably have lethal. Most of their card draw spells are sorcery speed. They grab the prize, discarding Alms of the Vein. That's an extra 5 damage. So they just need 2 more damage after that. We go to 8. They have 2 mountains. Them not having it here would be unlikely. Probably what they're going to do is get in and then post-combat hit me with a Vampire's Kiss for style points. Bam. The style. They had to get Xaxes in. We don't have good answers. Metallic Rebuke is good. We'll get rid of the Thraben Charms, I suppose. And we're going to try to counterspell their card draw. I'm going to get rid of the Choco MOGS and just try to go like on a control plan. Couple of envelops. We have a lot of counterspells. I'm on the play. I'm going to keep land Thopter. 1, 2, 3. Turn 2, I can cast a Thought Cast. I probably want to try to envelop their card draw spell though. They play Jagged Barrens on turn 1. Okay, I can play the Springleaf Drum and then cast a Thought Cast, which is nice. And pass the turn. 2 mana for my opponent. They plot a Highway Robbery. We'll tap, tap, tap. I'll play the Ancient Den out. Cast Of One Mind. Pass the turn. Metallic Rebuke is going to be something we can cast on a future turn, but we're probably just going to try to envelop the Highway Robbery here. So target that and make blue. My opponent plays a Faithless Looting. They do get a Kitchen Imp. So now I'm on a clock and I need to find my own clock. They play a Mountain, a Voldaren Epicure. I can block that. Looking for a Ninja of the Deep Hours maybe. We go to 16. Find double Thraben. I'll play a Thraben. Play another Thraben. I think I play my bridge and pass the turn. If I didn't play the bridge there, I could have cracked a clue. But as it is, I'm looking to rebuke their Faithless Looting or other card draw spell. They play Rakdos Carnarium. They're going to play Faithless Looting from the graveyard. I'm going to counterspell. They put me to 14. I'll try cracking a clue. Crack another clue. Frog. Land. Doctor. We'll attack for 2. This doesn't seem very good. Maybe my sideboard strategy wasn't good. I still just needed the 4 Thraben Charms. And then maybe just like 6 counterspells. My opponent attacks for 2. I'll take it this turn. I go to 12. They play a land. Plays another Epicure. Now they can double discard to bring back the Sneaky Snacker. I don't know how I can win this. Yeah, I'll just go to the next game. What is coming up in my hand? Thoughtcast into basically nothing. So I think I can't afford to cut the main strategy. But maybe we need some life gain. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. Round 2 on the draw. I have to mulligan this one lander. It doesn't cast the spells I need. This is really rough as well. Mulligan. Okay, let's keep this one, get rid of the plains and island. And we'll go land, Novice Inspector, play the Inspector. So we have 2 artifacts. My opponent plays an island. Looks like they're on high tide. How do I win this? We find Ornithopter. Play Ornithopter. 1, 2, 3. Springleaf Drum. Frogmite. Thoughtcast. We're going to draw into lands. We find a land. We found the Metallic Rebuke. Let's go. Maybe I can win this one. What did they find up? A high tide. They pass the turn. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and attack. Why did I should have attacked with the Ornithopter and flipped the Ornithopter. We will Ninja the Deep Hours on the Frogmite. Then play out the Frogmite and pass. I missed some damage. They brainstorm. So right now it's 2, 6, 7. So if I play the Choco, then maybe I have like a 2-turn clock. They play out an island. I'm a little bit worried about them tapping my blue sources though. We have a second Rebuke. I'll cast Thoughtcast. Play Thopter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Mere Enforcer is free. And we'll get in for 5 and draw a card. Best draw would be a blue source. They would have been at 9. We did draw the blue source. Okay, so we 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think we're okay. I think we can win. Looks like they're going to peer and tap a source, or maybe use, if they use like, okay, they're going for Giga Drowse. They can't tap me out. They have to double tap one and then tap the other. Let's see how you tap. Alright, I will tap my Ancient Den, targeting the island, targeting the See the Synod. So we'll resolve the first Giga Drowse. We will tap this for blue, resolve the second copy, and then Metallic Rebuke, tapping the Ornithopter. So here, the plan is to go for Rebuke on the first high tide, forcing them to have fewer resources. Blue, tap, tap. But who knows if it'll work. They played Disrupt. Okay, I mean, you had to pay the mana, at least. They have 4 mana. I think Disrupt is not a good card in their deck, but they got me with it. They have Ideas Unbound, mana neutral. They draw 3 cards. They still have a land drop. They play a land. Brainstorming, so they're not in a great spot, apparently. They have 5 mana right now. They tapped for 5. Maybe they drew another Puppetry. They peer and untap, revealing a Preordain. Okay. Goes 5 mana again, casting the Preordain. They didn't need to tap all their mana, so that was a mistake. If you were playing High Tide, if they drew, okay, so they just lost out on a bunch of mana. Is exactly what I was going to say. They Preordained first, then they High Tide. They would have had 4 mana left over. Instead, they only have 3. They're playing a single snap in the main deck, apparently. Now they have 7 mana. Hopefully their mistake will come to bite them. They have an Ideas Unbound. Draws another 3 cards. It's very frustrating. We're losing to somebody who is not piloting perfectly, but getting it done. Merchant Scroll again. You should not tap all of your lands. You should be trying to leave as many open as possible for the next time you find a High Tide. So every time you cast another peer, you should be untapping your lands. Rejoil 2, they peer and untap. We know 2 of the cards in their hand, just the 2 Puppetries. Finds another High Tide. Usually what I would say is if you find a High Tide during your comboing, when you're already mana positive, you should not take it. You should be focusing on card draw spells. So either they don't know that or they were just going for it. They had the card draw spell in hand with the Lorien Revealed. They're up to 7 cards, 5 unknowns. Looks like they have, ooh, they're going to burn a Puppetry. Okay, so they're on 2 Puppetries now. Another Lorien Revealed. They wouldn't have had to burn the Puppetry right there if they had played a little bit tighter. They do another Puppetry. They disrupt their own Puppetry. And then they pay. Okay. So that's goes to show like how bad the disrupt is. If the disrupt had been Muddle the Mixture, they could have just tutored up an Ideas Unbound. I think they are on 1 Puppetry now. Yes, but they drew an Ideas Unbound. They're probably going to get there. They draw, they untap another land. Preordain. Having a hard time, apparently. There's some foils, some non-foils. If you bling your deck with foils, you should choose all foils. That's what I say. Just the Preordains are foils. And they concede. So there were some misplays, I believe. That's okay. We have Rebuke, and we have 2 Envelop. The Thraben Charms don't really do anything. So we can bring in the Macabres to try and snipe what they have going on, and then just cut the Chocomogs. We have 6 counterspells and some graveyard hate. Maybe it'll work. Okay, this is a pretty interesting hand. I'm going to keep 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts on turn 1. Disrupt. Now we have 5 artifacts on turn 1. So we'll play the Ornithopter, play the Springleaf Drum, play out the Thraben Inspector. 5 artifacts, 6 Mirror Enforcer. They play an Augur of Bolas. I guess their plan is to block my creatures and use the Augur to make their snaps live. We have Of One Mind, so I can play the Of One Mind. I find Ornithopter, another bridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will play a Springleaf Drum, play a Mirror Enforcer, and attack. Opponent plays another Augur of Bolas, finding a scroll. I believe they found a High Tide with the first. Plays a land, so he could be dead. Play land, play the Chocomog, and I will attack in. Maybe I shouldn't attack with with the Thraben Inspector. That way I can crack the clue. They go to 13. To cast a Brainstorm, I will pretend I'm considering it. I'll allow it. So, in my opinion, if they're trying to go off this turn, I would have started on the High Tide. It's turn 4. They don't have a land drop after this. So it kind of indicates that they're not going to be able to go off this turn. They Merchant Scroll. I'm going to assume it's for another High Tide. We'll make 2 mana and crack a clue. Looking for some counterspells. We find a Springleaf Drum and a Frogmite. So let's send in the team. They block the 5/4. They block the 2/2. And they'll take some damage going to 8 life. They have 1 High Tide. One land drop still available. Did not counter their high tide. They have another high tide. They have 4 cards in hand. So one of the cards probably is the puppetry. They cast a Pier. That's mana neutral. Just replaces a card in their hand. So they are looking for Ideas Unbound. They find a second puppetry. I can't believe that you didn't find a card draw spell there. Maybe they can... What's their plan? They're making 10 mana. They just wanted to see how much mana they had. Makes 4 mana. I think this just goes to show that the high tide deck is kind of hard to play. Our opponent brainstorms. They have 1 card in hand that's not a psychic puppetry. Okay. That would have been a good moment to have a counterspell, but Metallic Rebuke wouldn't do anything there. They play Ideas Unbound, which draws them 1 card past whatever they saw. I'm going to F6 now. Another Ideas Unbound. We'll go ahead and pause and see if they fizzle. My opponent found a Petals of Insight loop where they're making 1 mana for every time they cast it, but it is a very, very slow process, so we'll let them do that. After many, many minutes, my opponent was able to finish and find a Stream of Thought, blast me down to 0, and pass the turn. So we ended up losing game 2. I guess I just want the Choco MOGS back in, and then 1 random Macabre. Okay. Really close. Let's mulligan. Okay, I'm going to keep... This is relying on top decks, but we do have a decent amount of power. So turn 2 will have 5 power on the table. Inspector and Ornithopter. When it plays an island, we have Bridge, Frogmite, Frogmite, Frogmite. Attacking for 1. They have an Augur of Bolus, so that makes it so it's just 5 damage. They find a high tide. A solid 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reinforcer is 0 mana. We'll draw a card. Attack. They go to 14. Now I'm just trying to rip a counterspell of some kind. Place another Augur of Bolus. They find a Snap. So next turn they have high tide into Snap for a ritual. We have Ringleaf Drum, Raven Inspector, attack. They take 7 damage. And we will just F6 and see if they can get it done. They lead on a Brainstorm. Plays another Augur of Bolus. So they can block and take 4 damage here. They find Ideas Unbound. I'll draw a card. Play Mirror Enforcer. And then swing in. So they are now required to go off on the next turn here. They take 6 going to 1. Deep Analysis is turned off. Leads on Ideas Unbound, or High Tide. That would have been the moment for me to counterspell, but I didn't have it. Second high tide. They have 6 minutes on clock. I'll let you know. My opponent was able to finish it in time, so congrats to them. We'll see you in round 3. All right, round 3 versus Pauper Formance. We have such a close hand. If I had a white source, this would be amazing. I will be diligent and mulligan. Okay, we have too many Thraben Charms in hand, but I guess this does do the thing. Forest is bad for me. Land Grant. So they're playing Spy Elves. Maybe we can punk them with a Thraben Charm. They play Elves of Deep Shadow. I'll play the Razor Tide Bridge out. 1, 2, 3. Plays a Forest. They are playing Overgrown Battlement too, so this is probably not Spy Elves, but actually just Spy. Plays the Battlement. And a Caretaker. 1, 2. I don't know if I'm dead next turn. I don't think I can do anything if I am dead, so we'll just play out the Springleaf Drum and pass. They play the Caretaker, or another Caretaker. They have Genersent and Spy in hand, but they only have 2 lands on the battlefield. They cycle the Genersent, grabbing another Forest, so they could Spy themselves right now. Plays an Elves of Deep Shadow. Last card in their hand is a Spy. They get in for 1. We'll play Ancient Den and Thoughtcast. Ornithopter would be good, I guess. We find another Thoughtcast. Not very good. Let's see what they do. They have a Masked Vandal. Sure. They didn't try to go for it last turn. I mean, I could have floated the white. They would have just moved to the next phase. Let's see if they have lethal. 20 cards left. They find Dread Return, Lawless Giant. They have 18 cards in the graveyard. So they have lethal. That sucked. That sucked hard. Sucked real hard. So we want the, I guess, yeah, we want the Macabres. The Metallic Rebukes are bad. And maybe Envelop can be good. I'm going to cut the Choco MOGS. This deck is not really coming together. We would love to play first and hope to have a hand that works. So let's keep land into Springleaf Drum. Then we want to play Frogmite into Thraben Inspector. I'll lead on See the Sign on a Springleaf Drum and pass the turn. 1-2. A land grant, revealing that they have a bunch of stuff in their hand. Plays a forest, plays an Elves of Deep Shadow. We find the Fairy Macabre. Play land, play Frogmite. Play out a Thraben Inspector. Oh, I didn't realize that I had a free Frogmite there. That was a mistake. Play a Wall of Roots. And a Caretaker. We have Ancient Den, Frogmite. Can even draw a card. Can't really attack. We have to just somehow punk them. They have the Lolith Giant in hand though, so it makes actually winning can be kind of difficult. They play an Overgrown Battlement. Another Caretaker. Another Elf. We know they're 3 cards in hand. Double Macabre. Land. Now I can actually attack because I'll get 1 damage in. They kind of might as well spy themselves. They're going to play a Mesmeric Fiend. Okay. Sucks for me. This deck is not very good. But now I'm committed. I've spent all my time this morning working on trying to record this. I'm not quitting. Plays a Spy. Spies themselves. Spies me. Okay. I don't know what's going on. But I'm not accomplishing anything. How can I win the game? They're going to spy me again. We find Ornithopter. I will concede. I can't get through their walls. Oh my god. Should I will attempt to play another one. But if I 0-4, I'm going to have to probably drop. This was an interesting experience. Didn't seem to go very well. Maybe I should play Modern instead. There was a really sweet affinity with like... Alright, round 4. What have I got going on? A couple of creatures. I have a Metallic Rebuke. I have a Thraben Charm. I can blast in. I don't know what I'm going to be good against. They play Nezumi Link Breaker. Land Inspector. I'll get an Ornithopter on the table in case I can maybe draw a Ninja. I play out a Carrion Feeder. No second land for them, it looks like. Do they want to attack? I'll play Novice Inspector. I think I counterspell their next play and then Thraben Charm the Carrion Feeder. We will Metallic Rebuke, tapping the clues when it does not attack. I'll go for Thraben Charm, dealing 6 damage to the Carrion Feeder. Play a Bridge. I'm going to start getting in for 2 damage. I think the thing about these mid-ranger aggro decks is, for me, when they don't work, it feels like way worse than when a combo deck doesn't work, because you still have that hope that maybe the combo deck will go off. This is sort of a combo deck, right? You just need to draw spells. They Village Rites their Mercenary, and they didn't draw anything. We'll draw a card with a clue. We have the Ninja of the Deep Hours. Okay. I'm going to Ninjaing the Ornithopter. Now we can start generating some value. We're gonna always yes. I wonder if Ninja of the Deep Hours is just like the best card in the deck, and we should just like be an 8 Ninja deck and not worry about the other stuff that we could be doing. I think actually that might be the play. Like, why are we playing Of One Mind and stuff? Just Ninja like crazy. They play another Carrion Feeder and a Nested Shambler. I should have played the Ornithopter previously, but I forgot to. I'm playing loose because I'm falling apart mentally here. We'll play a Thopt. Then I'll Thraben Charm. Blow up the Carrion Feeder. It's pretty nice just having Doomblade. And I'll play out a land. Go ahead and swing in. And now they could double block the Shambler, in which case I can just Thraben Charm the Mercenary token. Shambler will also die. I choose to snuff out my creature. Okay. Guess that stinks for me. They take 2. We're going to draw a card. Now I've got nothing. I can still kill one of their creatures. Snuff out gave me a lot of potential. But now they have some attacks. Gets in for 2. I will get in with my Thrabens. Maybe it's not worth it. We need to draw some draw spells. They go to 6 life. They concede. I cannot believe that happened. Okay. I think our deck is perfect. Is it? There's nothing I can really do. We need to try to have the correct curve out. It's all about curving out. Game 2, we have no lands. We mulligan. We find a solid swath of lands. Guess I'm keeping. We'll get rid of the Razortide Bridge and lead on the Novice Inspector. When it plays an Infestation Sage. I'll play out a creature. They found the carrion feeder and a mortician beetle. Obviously we're blocking, but they just sacrifice to make these into 2/2s. Okay, so we can Springleaf Drum into a Thoughtcast, draw 2. Play a Springleaf Drum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next turn I have Mirror Enforcer for 2 mana. And then I can crack the clue. They have another Infestation Sage and a Mortician Beetle. Lots of power on the table. Absurd amounts of power. So what we really need is a Thraben Charm to kill this, but it's just too big at this point. Journey to Nowhere would be better in this situation. Then Mirror Enforcer costs 1 mana. I can draw a card. Frogmite for 0. I think they got me. So, how am I going to beat them? Bring the Rebuke over the Choco and try and get on the board early. I think I just have to be more aggressive. So this Choco hand needs to be mulliganed. This hand doesn't have anything going on. This hand does have a Rebuke in the charms. We'll get rid of 2 Choco-Mogs. Play out the Razortide Bridge. Opponent also mulliganed to 5. So what should we do? I think we lead on the Razortide Bridge. They play out a Shambling Ghast. Play a Thraben Inspector. They have an Infestation Sage. I think I don't block. Now I can Ornithopter into a Thoughtcast, into a Thraben Inspector, and attack in for 1. I can block the Shambling Ghast with my Ornithopter. I think I probably do. So they're going to Supernatural, or Village Rites it maybe? They did not. Play land, play Thoughtcast. So we have counterspells up. Ornithopter, attack in for 2. Weird game. We're both just doing nothing. But who's doing nothing more? We have the walls up. My O2 Ornithopters are just too strong. We'll play out another Novice Inspector. And then the Darksteel Citadel. So they can kill a Thraben Inspector by blocking with the Shambling Ghast. I think it's fine. Because that would make it so that they can't have a treasure token. And they seem to be stuck on lands. Supernatural Stamina. I'm going to not let that happen. Bonk. Thraben Charm on your creature. So they probably make a treasure token. They do. They go to 16. So they currently have 2 mana. Plays a Carrion Feeder. I will cast Metallic Rebuke. I think I want to have the Thraben Charms to respond to their things. Let's draw a card. We have a Ninja. That's great. Swing in. I'll Ninja the Deep Hours. Flipping the Ornithopter. Maybe that was not great. But I wanted to push the damage. Okay. Put the Ornithopter back on the table. They get in for 1. I will block. If they want to Supernatural Stamina and kill my Ornithopter, so be it. My opponent's having worse luck than me. They Tragic Slip the Ornithopter. Poor Thopter. Okay, attack in. Let's draw a card in case I find a Ninja. We didn't. Did find a Metallic Rebuke. We're going to draw another card. It's like the fairest Ninja the Deep Hours ever. We'll play a Springleaf Drum, Ornithopter, Mirror Enforcer. So I think we close the game here. We're going to win 1 match. Can I win the finals for the 2-3? That would be epic. What a comeback that would be. The opponent said that they're a fan. Well, GG's. Sorry you're a 1 win. Let's see what happens in round 5. Round 5 would be great with a blue source, but we're going to mulligan. Now I've got probably a pretty good hand. Let's keep and get rid of the bridge. Our opponent plays a forest and an Arbor Elf. We'll go Ancient Den Inspector. So if this is a ramp deck, can I beat a ramp deck? Red. Okay, so they have 3 mana right now. They played a mountain. They play a Wild Growth. They currently still have 3 mana. They untap it. Plays a Utopia Sprawl. So next turn they'll have 7 mana. We have the Choco-Mog. I think I just attack. Question is whether or not I use the Ninja. I feel like yes. Because the Metallic Rebuke is not doing me many favors here. I will play the Ornithopter. Pass the turn. For this turn, I can go land, Springleaf, Thraben. I'll have 2 mana to crack a clue. Sort of depends on how much mana and what they're going to do. They're going to make a big Nyxborn, looks like. No, they play double Writhing Chrysalis. Also bad. Also bad. No, they played an Avenging Hunter. Too bad I didn't leave up some countering. Could have counterspelled the Avenging Hunter. Bummer. Another Rebuke. Play the Thraben Inspector. And a Springleaf Drum and pass. Now they have a gigantic dragon with the Avenging Hunter. Tons of mana in play. Stone Rain. Why you gotta do me like that? Metallic Rebuke. Tap, tap, tap. Concede. Okay, you got me. Playing Stone Rain. I can bring in an Envelop for the Stone Rains. Metallic Rebuke, I guess. And you don't have a good plan. My goal would be to Thraben Charm and get in with my ninjas. That's my plan. On the play. So this is a keep. Land, Drum, Thopter, Thraben Inspector. Land, Drum, Ornithopter. Tap the Ornithopter. Cast an Inspector. We're doing things. I'm so ahead. Okay. Turn 2, we have a Thoughtcast. When it has a Forest. So we're looking for counterspells now. Play Frogmite. We'll play a Thoughtcast. The Enforcer costs 1 mana. Play Springleaf Drum. Cast the Enforcer. Get in for 1. They're at 19. They have 2 mana. The Utopia Sprawl. I'm just going to crack the clue. Draw a card. Find another Frogmite. I should have planned on that, huh? That was a whoops. If I'd drawn immediately, I would have had the Frogmite in play, and then they would have taken another 2 damage here going to 10. Now they have 4 mana. They're just passing again. Don't know what that means. Let's attack with everything. Breath Weapon. Fiery Cannonade. Okay, so they take 4. And then I'll play another Frogmite. So I would have had lethal on this next turn. Darn, pass. Opponent has a Writhing Chrysalis. So we're still just looking for card draw. Find a bridge. No! They've got a Cast into the Fire for the Mirror Enforcer. I'm going to go ahead and scoop it up. This was a league of all time. That's for sure. Interesting deck. I just feel like it's just air. It's all just fluff doing nothing and filtering into the wind. And that's why All That Glitters got banned. Hopefully it was entertaining at least. I will see you in the next video.